A few years ago, bro, I used to wake up every single day and I'd just lose the day immediately. Before I even got out of bed, I'd tell myself things like, oh, I'll start tomorrow. I'll sort my diet out tomorrow. I'll just scroll on my phone a little bit. I'll just have an extra couple of hours in bed. I don't really have the motivation today. I don't have the discipline today. And every single night, I'd prove myself right because I'd be there with my little dominoes and I'd go on my fortnight with the boys and yeah, don't get me wrong, I did thought it was class back then, but deep down I knew I was meant for more. And you probably feel the same too. Back then I had this belief that some people were just like made for success and other people weren't. Some people have amazing physiques. Some people have more confidence than others, more discipline. And I just believed that I weren't capable of any of those things. I used to tell myself, I want to make a change. But then my actions actually said otherwise and I'd just continue in my same bad habits. I'd train for a week. Actually, fuck that. Probably weren't even a week. I'd train for a few days and then I'd have a week off. I'd eat clean for about 24 hours max and then I'd be back to my dominoes or back to my steak bake from Greg's or some other bullshit scran like that. And every single time I failed, what this did, it just made me continue to think I'm not that guy who's got the confidence, the discipline, the body. It's just who I am. I'm just not that guy. But one day, what I realised is that is the exact reason why I'm not where I want to be. It's not my genetics, it's not my metabolism, it's not my circumstances. It was just a story that I was telling myself. See, the moment that little voice in your head starts telling you like, I'm just not this person, I'm not consistent, I'm not this, I'm not that. Your brain actually makes it your identity and it protects that version of you and it likes that version of you. But deep down, you know that you're capable of so much more. And look, bro, I see it with lads all the time, right? They message me like, Will, I've tried everything. I've tried to get in shape. I've tried to sort my habits out and all this, all that. But nothing seems to work. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, the reason you're struggling to change, bro, is because you haven't actually changed who you believe you are deep down. You still believe that you're the lad who's not capable of achieving these things that you want to achieve. And that's what every lad, and myself included, had to destroy. My identity. One day I remember I was putting my little high vis on, going to my little warehouse job, which I fucking hated, right? And I literally just got sick of my own excuses, right? I looked at myself in the mirror, skinny, fat, miserable. And I thought, is this actually who I am? Or is this just who I've accepted being? The day I made that choice, right? Not to get shredded overnight, no, because that's not possible. But to stop being the loser who lived off takeaways, blamed his genetics, and wasted his potential. I just started small, right? I changed this up here. I changed my thoughts immediately, right? My belief systems, my identity. I hit the gym even when I didn't feel like it, because you're not gonna feel like it, bro. I've got to train legs today and I can't be fucking arsed, but I'm going to do it anyway. I hit my macros when I didn't want to. I stopped getting all the takeaways. And I stacked little wins every single day. And the thing is, bro, as you change your habits, your identity also starts to change. The more wins you stack up, the easier it becomes. Because confidence, right, it doesn't come from motivation. It comes from evidence. And look, if I could go back and tell that younger version of me anything, the one who sat scrolled on social media, was jealous of other people's lives, was eating takeaways, skipping the gym, all the bad habits, I'd say this: you don't need to feel ready to start. You just need to stop believing the story that you're not good enough. Because every time you take an action that your old self wouldn't, you're actually proving to yourself that you're becoming someone new. And that's how you actually break limiting beliefs. Not by waiting to feel motivated, but by actually taking ruthless action until your brain can't actually deny it anymore. And that's the thing, bro. Relentless action cures everything. So if you're that guy who still tells himself, I can't do this, I can't stick to this, I can't do that, my genetics are this, that, the other, shut up. Stop trying to find the perfect plan, stop trying to look for keto, all this bullshit, and start actually fixing the person following it. Because the second you stop being the victim, bro, that's when everything changes. Your physique, your mindset, your habits. So let's fucking get after it, boy. Stop being a little victim and start actually believing you are capable of all these great things that you definitely are.